Welcome back, guys. In previous classes, we have discussed about different types of relays, operating principles of induction relays. All those things we have discussed, right? So in this class, we will discuss about some numerical problems on IDMT type relays. What is IDMT type relays? We have discussed in previous session. In this session, I will go into the numerical part of IDMT type relays. That means what is the operating time of relays and what is the characteristics of relays. That I will deliver in this session. Now, in this case, in case of relay, first the relay is providing supply from CT, right? Relay is providing supply from CT. That means CT will give supply to relay. That's why we have to know the value of CT ratio, the amount of CT ratio. For example, this is CT. This is CT and some line current is flowing through this. Let a fault occurs at far end of transmission line, and because of this fault, the fault current will be flown into the line. So the fault current will be sensed by this CT. CT will gives signal to relay. That means relay will be the relay is getting signal from CT. That's why I could know what is the value of CT ratio. Then I could find what is the amount of fault current. Then I could find amount of fault current which is flown through the transmission line. So that is the first thing, first observation we need to do. And the second one is, what is the amount of fault current? What is the amount of fault current that is flowing through the primary side of CT? I said earlier. So the fault current, I could sense the fault current, then only I will get relay current. That means, now let us observe fault current on secondary side of relay CT. Fault current on secondary side of CT is equal to relay input, right? So that is the relay input. How it will be find out? It is by IF into or IF divided by CT ratio. Fault current divided by CT ratio. Then I could find relay current. So that is the relay current now. And again we have current setting of CT. And we have current setting of CT, that is IP, which will be denoted by. Now the plug setting multiplier, PSM. In previous class, while observing non-directional overcurrent relay, I have discussed about plug setting bridge. I have discussed about plug setting bridge, right? So according to the fault current, we will select the operating point of relay. Then the relay can be operated at different values of fault currents because of this plug setting bridge only. So I need to find at what value of plug setting the relay is operating. The relay is operating. That I need to find first. That is the PSM, plug setting multiplier. So the plug setting multiplier is equal to fault current of relay coil. Fault current of relay coil, that means this is only, divided by pickup value. I discussed what is pickup value. This is the minimum amount of current to operate any relays. So that is the pickup value. So PSM is denoted by fault current in relay coil divided by pickup value, the ratio between these two. That we can get plug setting multiplier. Now I will replace this in terms of equations. Fault current in relay coil is equal to this only, right? IF divided by CT ratio. So that's what I have written here, divided by pickup value. What is pickup value? In previous class I discussed pickup value is equal to I pickup, let it be percentage of current setting divided by 100. It should be in percentage, right? That's why it is divided by 100 into CT secondary current of CT secondary. So that's what I have discussed here. This is the pickup current is equal to percentage of current setting divided by 100 into rated secondary current of CT. Rated secondary current of CT. Now I am replacing the terminology. So the numerator part is IF into Y by X, and in denominator percentage of current setting, that I call it as IP. Percentage of current setting, that I can call it as IP, divided by 100 into what is the relay secondary current, that is Y only, right? So that is the thing, Y. So from here Y and Y could be cancelled. Then the equation will be modified like IF into 100 divided by IP into X. X is the CT primary current. IP is the percentage of current setting, and IF is the relay input current, that is secondary current of CT. So these are the values to be remembered. So from this PSM, in previous class I had discussed, that means with the help of PSM, let us observe the IDMT type relay graph. So this is the graph of IDMT relay, right? So on x-axis we have current setting or PSM, plug setting multiplier. On y-axis we have relay operating time, let it be call it as T, relay operating time. So this curve will be changes with respect to time multiplier setting. What is time multiplier setting? Previously I have discussed. So we have a disk, a spindle is connected to the disk, and according to our wish, for example, if I want to provide any delay, so these are the fixed contacts, this is the moving contact. The placement of moving contact will be in our hands. That's why the placement of moving contact will be in our hand. That's why, so if we want to provide any delay, then we can adjust this theta, the angle between fixed contact and moving contacts, right? So that is the time setting or time multiplication settings or time setting multiplier. It can be denoted in both ways, right? So with respect to TSM, the curve will also changes. Like for example, this is for TSM 0. TSM is vary from 0 to 1, right? 0 means no intentional time delay, and 1 means we are providing maximum time delay, right? So that's why let it be curve for TSM 0. Now if I increase the TSM, the curve will be shifted up like this. The curve will be shifted up. Let it be the curve for TSM is equal to 1. So according to TSM, the curve is shifting upwards, right? So now with the help of PSM, plug setting multiplier, I can find the operating time I can find operating time, that means let it be this value. So I got the PSM value this. Now by observing the graph, I could find the relay operating time, let it be T1. As TSM is 0, let it be T0. The notation is our wish only. So with some amount of PSM, the relay operating time I can be find from these characteristics. For example, we are providing intentional delay. We are providing intentional delay means relay operating time will be increased, right? That's why, for example, let us observe. For same PSM, if I have taken another graph, which is let it be TSM value of 0.4. This is T1. T1 is for TSM value of 0.4. That means this operating time will be changed with respect to TSM, right? That's why at the after getting the operating time T, I have to multiply this operating time with TSM value. So at last we will get the actual relay operating time. Now let us observe this with help of numericals. You could get many clarification there with the help of numericals. Let us take example number 1. An IDMT type overcurrent relay is used to protect a feeder through 500 amperes by 1 ampere CT. The CT ratio has been given. Now the relay has a plug setting of 125%. Plug setting, that means percentage of IP. And the next one is TMS or TSM. It is 0.3. Now these are the given data. From this, find the time of operation of relay. Find the operating time of relay if fault current is equal to 5000 amperes, which is flowing through the feeder, right? So to get this relay operating time, I said, right, we need to have the waveform, or sorry, the characteristic of IDMT type relay. It may give in terms of graph, or it may give in terms of tabular form. So this is the characteristics of IDMT type relay. Now let me take what is the given data first. Given data. By observing this given data, I could find what is the known parameters and what is the unknown parameters. Then the simplification or problem solving process will be easier once we get the input data. Now the first one is CT ratio. The first one is CT ratio, that is 500 by 1, and plug setting, that means percentage of IP is equal to 125% they have given, and time multiplier setting TMS, which is equal to 0.3, and at last fault current is also given. Fault current is equal to 5000 amperes. 5000 amperes. Then what I need to calculate? The relay operating time T. The relay operating time T. So these are the known parameters. Let me find the unknown parameters. So to get relay operating time, what I need to get first? Plug setting multiplier, right? By observing characteristics, then I can get relay operating time with the help of plug setting multiplier and this TMS, time multiplier setting as well as. Now what is the formula of plug setting multiplier? Operating current of relay or relay current. Relay current is equal to fault current. Fault current is 5000 amperes divided by CT ratio, that is 500 by 1. So this is relay operating current, fault current in relay, and in denominator part we have plug setting multiplier, that is percentage of IP divided by 100 into relay secondary current, that is 1 here. Relay secondary current, that is 1 here. Now this will give rise to 10 and 1000 by 125. This is 5. It will leads to 8. The PSM will obtain 8. Right. So for 8 PSM, the value of 8 PSM, what is the time for unity TSM? What is the time for unity TSM? It is 3.2, right? Then the relay operating time. The relay operating time is equal to, so the time at unity TSM, that is 3.2 into, what is the TSM? 0.3. The value will becomes 0.96. So this is the relay operating time of this IDMT type relay. I am just revising what I have done. So first I have taken given data. From this given data I had calculated plug setting multiplier. So with the help of this plug setting multiplier, by observing the characteristics, I got the relay operating time at unity TSM. Now, so by multiplying the given TSM or TMS, we will get the final value of, or the actual value of the relay operating time. Now, this is one example. Let us come to the example number 2. It is referring to below figure. That means this is the given power system network. For this power system network, the fault current which is given as 2000 amperes, and we have relay 1 and relay 2. We have 2 relays. If you observe previously, we have taken 1 relay only. So we just calculate this operating time of that relay. Now for example, if I had 2 relays in a power system network, so then how it will be the characteristics? Let us discuss here. So with 2000 amperes of fault current and relay 1 set on 100%, that means it is pickup percentage of current setting, and the CT ratio of relay 1 is 200 by 1 ampere, 200 amperes by 1 ampere, and for relay 2, the percentage of current setting is 125%, and for discrimination of time gradient, for providing time gradient. What is time gradient is, in the sense, for example, this is the power system network. I had 3 bus system. So for example, the fault occurs here. The fault occurs at this location. Because of the fault occurs at this location, now the fault current is passing like this. This fault current will be sensed by these 2 relays. So for example, at this bus I had some loads. At this bus I have some loads, right? So for example, these 2 relays are operated for same value of or at same operating time. If these two relays operates at same operating time, what happens? Actually the fault is occur here. Because of the fault that is occurring at one place, the load which are not included in this area will also suffers, because these two relays operating at the same time. At the same time, for example, if I had provided some time delay between these two, how this time delay is provided, let us see in next sessions. Now for example, if I had provided some time delay between these two, now because of the fault occurs here, the relay one is operate instantaneously. Now because of this relay, the circuit breaker will be open, so the faulty section will be eliminated, avoided from the healthy section. So the loads are still continuous, right? The supply for these loads are still continuous. That means the reliability has been achieved for loads. In case of generator, as there is a continuous power supply, the stability of generator is also increases. Now this is the case. For example, if this relay operates in perfect condition, this is the scenario what will happen. Now because of some mechanical problems, the relay one is not able to operate. That means relay struck or maloperation we can call it as, right? So because of this maloperation of this relay, it is not working. Then because of this relay or because of this fault current, the loads will get affected later after some time. Now so I need to have a backup protection, right, to protect the loads as well as the supply. So I need to have a backup supply. So with some amount of time delay, I will place a relay 2 in another zone of protection system. While discussing introduction to circuit breakers and protection, switchgear and protection, I had discussed about what is the zones of protection, right? So to protect the system, we need to have a backup protection system. So how it will works? The relay 1 will be works instantaneously, and the relay 2 will be works with some time delay. That time delay is 0.5 seconds here between R1 relay 1 and relay 2. Are you getting? Now so these are the values. Now determine the operation time of these two relays. Assuming that both the relays have same characteristics, IDMT characteristics, which is provided in table, and the relay 1 has a time multiplier setting of 0.2. The relay 1 has a time multiplier setting of 0.2. Now what is the given data? The first one is, for example, let us take relay 1. For relay first we have first fault current is obtained, IF fault current is given, and for relay 1 percentage of pickup current is given, and CT ratio is also given, as well as the time multiplier setting is also given for relay 1. So by calculating with the help of these terminologies or with this given data, I could get plug setting multiplier, then I will find operating time with the help of these characteristics. So with the help of these characteristics, then the obtained value of time will be multiplied with this TMS value, then I could get actual value of operating time for relay 1. So this is for relay 1. Now relay 2. For relay 2, they had given same. The CT ratio will be same for 2, and percentage of setting will be given, percentage of IP2, and we just miss the data of time multiplier setting. Time multiplier setting. Now, with the help without time multiplier setting, how could we get operating time of relay 2? Let us observe here. For that we have a case study, that is the time gradient or the time difference between these two relays will be 0.5 seconds, right? So if I get the value of operating time of relay 1, I could get the so with providing 0.5 seconds delay, I could get operating time of relay 2 as well, right? So later again they asked to get the value of time multiplier setting of relay 2. So we can find how it will be. Let us see here. This is the given data they have given. Fault current they have given. First for relay 1, percentage of plug setting, CT ratio, and time multiplier setting they have given. For relay 2, plug setting has given, CT ratio has given, but they asked to find time multiplier setting, and they have given also time gradient between two operating relays, that is 0.5 seconds. Now this is the characteristic given to this IDMT type relay. With the help of this characteristic, I could get relay operating time. Now let us go through the procedure first. First I am calculating for relay 1. For relay 1, what is the plug setting multiplier of relay 1 is equal to fault current in relay, that is 2000 divided by CT ratio. What is the CT ratio? 200 by 1 and divided by percentage of plug setting, that means 100 divided by 100 as it is percentage into secondary current of relay, sorry CT secondary current. Now what will be the value? This is cancel and it will becomes 10. Plug setting multiplier of relay 1 is 10. So for PSM value of relay 1 or for PSM value of 10, what will be the operating time? 2.8 seconds for TSMF 1. Then from graph or table, the operating time, relay operating time is equal to 2.8 seconds for PSM value of 10. Now what is the actual value? What is the actual operating value? So it is actual operating value T1, let it be T1 for relay 1, right? So T1 is equal to 2.8 into, what is the TSMM of relay 1 is 0.2, it will become 0.56 seconds. So T1, I got 0.56 seconds. Now I had one relation, right? The time difference between two relays is 0.5 seconds. That means then what will be the value of operating time of relay 2 is equal to T1 plus the delay, right? That is 0.5. So 0.5 and 0.56 plus 0.5 will becomes 1.06 seconds. 1.06 seconds. Now this is the operating time of relay 2. I got this value. Now I have to find out TSM or TMS value of relay 2. So how it will be? The final value operating time I got, and so that means reversing process. That means I got this value, total value. I need to get TSM value with if and only if I got this operating time from at TSM1. So to get this time at TSM1, I have to find TPSM, plug setting multiplier, as well. So plug setting multiplier of relay 2 is equal to same fault current at relay coil. That means fault current divided by the CT ratio. Fault current divided by CT ratio, and plug setting, the value of percentage of plug setting into CT secondary current, that is 1 ampere. So from this will becomes 10. Again 1000 by 125. I will get plug setting value of 8. So for 8, the plug setting value of 8, I will get the operating time as 3.15. So the operating time as 3.15. So 3.15 seconds for this PSM value of 8. Now then how to find TSM value of 2 or TMS? Is equal to actual value, that means 1.06 seconds, 1.06 seconds divided by this operating time which is getting from these characteristics. 1.06 divided by 3.15, 0.34 TSM value of relay coil 2. Relay 2. Now just I am repeating, this is the given data. We have fault current, and for relay 1, plug setting, CT ratio, time multiplier setting, I had these values. From this I will get the actual operating time of relay 1, and for relay 2 they have given plug setting and CT ratio, but I need to find TMS, time multiplier setting value, and they have given relation between relay 1 and relay 2, that is 0.5 seconds time delay. Now for relay 1, first I had find plug setting multiplier of relay 1 from this equation. With the help of this PSM, from the characteristics I got nominal operating time, that means it is for TSM, operating time for 1 unity TSM I got. So by multiplying this value with the help of TMS, it will becomes the actual operating time of relay 1, that is 0.56 seconds. Now I had one relation, right? That is time delay between these two, relay 1 and relay 2. That means it is, so the operating time of relay 2 will becomes the actual operating time of relay 1 plus 0.5 seconds of time delay. So the total operating time will becomes 1.06 seconds. Now the total operating time of relay 2 I got. So to calculate TMS, I need to find one more value, that is the current for unity TMS. How it will be achieved? From characteristics, the value of PSM, if I know, I could get the time. So then that's why I have calculated PSM of relay 2. It will come like 8. So for the value of PSM is equal to 8, the time for unity TSM is 3.15. So the actual operating time of relay is 1.06 divided by the time for unity TSM is 3.15. So by dividing these two, I could get the relay second relay TMS value like 0.34, right? So let us come to example number 3. Now in this case, the problem is simply advanced one compared to other two. So the first example we have seen, only one relay we have taken and we have calculated operating time of relay. And the second one, I have taken two relays. So by providing delay between two relays, I had calculated what is the operating time with respect to one another. So that is the second case. Now let us come to third scenario. Third scenario, here a 20 MVA transformer which is used to operate at 30% overloading. 30% overloading. That means transformer is operating at 30% overloading and feeds a 11 kV bus bar through a circuit breaker. Circuit breaker in the sense it should consist of CT, relay, PT as well as, right? So that's why simply I call it as circuit breaker. Now the transformer circuit breaker is equipped with 1000 amperes by 5 amperes CT and the feeder circuit breaker is equipped with 400 amperes by 5 amperes CT. So in previous problem we have taken same CT ratios, but in case of this example we have taken two different CT ratings. Okay, and both the CTs are feed IDMT relays having same IDMT characteristics. Now these characteristics we know it will be useful to calculate operating time from PSM, plug setting multiplier. Now so we have another data. The relay on the feeder circuit breaker has 12% plug setting multiplier and 0.3 time multiplier setting, that is TMS. So this is for feeder. This is for feeder. And if a fault current of 5000 amperes flown from transformer to the feeder, right, the fault current has given, that is 5000. Now determine operating time of feeder relay. The feeder operating time we have to find out, let it be call it as TFE, feeder operating time. And the second one is suggest suitable plug setting and time multiplier setting of the transformer relay to ensure adequate discrimination of 0.5 seconds between the transformer relay and feeder relay. Again they have given a time delay between these two relays, that is 0.5 seconds only. Now I am just repeating what is the data that I have given in the problem. The first fault current, for fault current they have given 5000 amperes, and for transformer the rating of transformer is 20 MVA and 11 kV, and the CT ratio of the transformer CT is 1000 by 5 amperes. And for this transformer I need to find out what is the plug setting from these values as well as what is the time multiplier setting. And the second case, that is feeder. In case of feeder also we have CT ratio, percentage of plug setting, time multiplier setting, as well as I had a time discrimination, that means the delay between two relays. So from this given data and the PSM to TMS characteristics, I need to find out what is the plug setting of transformer, percentage of plug setting of transformer, and what is the time multiplier setting of transformer. I have to find. So for this, first let me find. Now, so from this S and V, I could find the current, right? So for transformer S, we have 20 MVA and 11 kV. 20 MVA and 11 kV. And what is the fault current they have given? 5000 amperes. And we have CT ratio, plug setting multiplier and TMS as well. So that's why as the data of feeder is full-fledged, that means all the required data has been given for feeder. So the unknown quantities are transformer unknown quantity. So that's why first I will find out the parameters of feeder. So in case of feeder, we have these values. From these values, I have to calculate the operating time. So first we calculate plug setting multiplier, which is equal to fault current divided by CT ratio. That means fault current is 5000 divided by CT ratio, that is 400 by 5. 400 by 5. This is CT ratio. So I will get fault current of relay in numerator. In denominator, I have to find pickup current, that is percentage of plug setting 125 divided by 100 into secondary current of CT, that is it is 5. It is 5. So by calculating these things, I will get 10 PSM. I will get 10 PSM. For the value of PSM is equal to 10, what is the operating time at TMS equal to 1? That means unity operating time, which is equal to 2.8. So for this nominal T at TM or TSM is equal to 1 will be 2.8. Now if you want to calculate actual value of feeder relay operating time, I denote this as TF, relay which is present at feeder, right? So the operating time of feeder relay, now it is 2.8 times of time multiplier setting. What is time multiplier setting of this relay? 0.3, right? So 2.8 into 0.3, it will come 0.84 seconds. 0.84 seconds. This is feeder relay operating time. Now same I need to calculate for transformer as well. But in case of transformer, if you observe from previous problem, in previous problem the unknown quantity is TMS value only. But here two unknowns are there. So I need to find out one unknown first, then I will calculate PSM, then I will calculate TMS. Now for that, in case of transformer, first I need to calculate what is the amount of current that is passing through transformer relay. So in given data, it is given that transformer is 30% overloaded. 30% overloaded because of this fault. So let us calculate rated current of transformer, or after rated current, if you increase this rated current into 30%, then it will comes the operating or the current which is flowing from transformer or transformer relay primary. Now this is I is equal to 1.3. I am multiplying with 1.3 because 30% overloading. So 1.3 into what is the rated current? How we can find? As we have S and V. So that is 20 mega, 20 into 10 power 6 mega in the sense, and divided by root 3 into what is the voltage? Line voltage? That is 11 kV. 11 kV. So from this, the current will be 1365 amperes. 1365 amperes. So this is the amount of current that is flowing through the transformer as well as the CT primary of transformer. CT primary of transformer. So let me calculate during this condition what is the amount of current that is passing through secondary side of relay, which is transformer relay. So that is transformer relay current, ITF. That is, so we have primary current and we need to calculate secondary current. In case of CT, what is the value? How we can calculate? That is 1365 divided by CT ratio, right? What is the CT ratio? 1000 amperes by 5 amperes. So from this 6.825 amperes. So this is the amount of current that is passing through relay, transformer relay. Right. Now I got current, that is numerator part in case of plug setting multiplier, and I have to calculate the bottom one, that is pickup current, amount of pickup current. But I didn't get any value, I didn't have any value here. It is unknown parameters, plug setting. So then how I can calculate this plug setting multiplier? Here we will take one assumption like the transformer pickup current should be greater than and equal greater than this value. For example, I had a plug setting. For example, this pickup current must be greater than that of this value, right? So that's why the plug plug setting, percentage of plug setting, that is I can call it as IP, percentage of IP into what is secondary current of CT? 5 amperes. So into 5 amperes will give will comes or will greater than or equal to 6.825. 6.825. Now from this the plug setting will be greater than 6.825 divided by 5. 6.825 divided by 5. So this value will be greater than 1.365. That means I have to calculate this in terms of percentage, right? So that's why it should greater than 136.5%. 136.5%. So I got IP value, pickup current. Now I need to find out what is the plug setting multiplier first. So the plug setting will be greater than 136.5. To make standardization, I will take it like 150%. 150%, right? So which is near to 136.5. So I will take this as 150%. This is only because of standardization. The plug setting should be greater than 136.5 percentage. the round value which is nearer to this 136.5 is 150 percentage. Now from this assumption I will calculate plug setting multiplier. So the plug setting multiplier is equal to, what is the fault current which is flowing through transformer relay, which is 5000 amperes divided by CT ratio, that is 1000 divided by 5, 1000 divided by 5 divided by pickup current. It will be 150 by 100 into CT secondary current, which is 5 amperes. So this plug setting multiplier will be 3.6. By calculating these values, the plug setting multiplier will become 3.6. For the value of 3.6, what is the value of time for TMS? Time for TMS is equal to 6. So that means T0 I am taking for simplicity purpose, it is 6 seconds. It is 6 seconds. Now here I have feeder the relay which is used in feeder. The operating time of such relay is equal to 0.84 seconds. 0.84 seconds, and I have a time grade between two relays, that is 0.5 seconds. So by adding this time delay, the transformer relay operating time will be equal to 0.84 plus 0.5. Similarly, it is like previous one only. How much it is? 0.85 plus, 0.84 plus 0.5, which is 1.34. This is the actual operating time of this transformer side relay. Now I have to find out time multiplier setting value of this relay. How it will be? Previously we have seen the time multiplier setting of transformer will be equal to actually, to get this actual value, I will multiply this, the time for unity TSM into TMS, but I need to find TMS. That's why it is 1.34 divided by 6 seconds, which is equal to 0.22 seconds. 0.22 seconds. So this is the operating time, or this is the operating time of transformer side relay. So this is the TMS value of transformer relay, right? So these are the calculations which we need to calculate here in this problem. So we have observed three case studies here. One is independent relay. Secondary is the two relays coordinately working with a time delay by in second problem we have seen only one unknown parameter, but here if they have given two unknown parameters, how the calculations will be, we have seen. Now in next class we will discuss about directional overcurrent relays. Okay, so what is the directional overcurrent relays and how it will be achieved? What is the directional overcurrent relays and what is the operation of directional overcurrent relays will be discussed in next class. Thank you.